Hi everyone, it's Bae bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, and the screen you're watching is the Japanese version, but what I'd like to talk about today is the leak info that came out from the French version, I guess it was, regarding the very first Dreamfest for the global version. So, of course, you know, those of you who've been watching my video or any other YouTuber video, you probably knew that this was coming. But who knew that it would come with 2 Fest limited characters, right? According to the leak information, unlike the Japanese version, they're gonna release both Natureza, the very first Fest limited character in Japan, and the second limited character, Hikaru Matsuyama, at the same time. Yes, at the same time. And I don't know why they decided to do 2 at a time. Maybe it's because it's end of year, like holiday season. I don't know why, but yeah. And I'll just show you. The reason why I'm showing you the Japanese screen today is because I wanted to show, because in this account I have both Natureza and Matsuyama. And you know, I thought I might as well show you guys how strong they are. And after using them for over 6 months, I want to show, inform you my information that how I felt about these 2, even after 6 months. And here is the Natureza stats. It's the same for the global version, of course. So he's a super offensive ONF who has, you know, almost around 19,000 offense stats. Especially dedicated to shot, he has over 7,000, and unlike other characters, he's super balanced. You know, he is, you know, dedicated to more to offense, but his defense is damn high too, because it's above 17,000. And his physical 17,400. This is like super high, and I'm sure in the global version, up to date, this is the best, highest physical character, and also offense. Yeah, and defense, I would say, would be one of the highest. And why I say this is because the Matsuyama that's coming at the same time has a bit higher defense. A bit though. He's DMF. He's a defense dedicated character. He's a defensive character. You know, if you look at his position, he's a DMF, of course. But you know, although he's defensive, you know, Natureza's stats is almost like the same to a defensive character, even when it comes to defense. So that's how strong Natureza is. And where'd he go? Okay. Yeah. And his shot, S rank miracle flying drive shot, is the best one-man shot skill. Okay. The way I describe it like this is because if you include Senko Raiju shot, the Misaki's Senko Raiju shot, which is not in your version yet, I think I showed you that before in my past video. That is stronger, but that uses 3 characters. Misaki is the one who has the skill, and then he will need also Tsubasa and Hyuga in order for him to shoot that shot, right? Whereas this miracle flying shot, you could do it alone. And what is unique about this skill is, it says in Japanese here, but there's a special ability in this shot, which is it doesn't affect so much, even if you shoot from from like bad angle. Like let's say like if you get a corner kick and you make Natureza shoot the corner kick, and you just directly shoot this miracle flying drive shot, it doesn't affect the you know, angle, because normally, right, if you shoot from too bad position in terms of the angle, the power of the shot decreases drastically. But this miracle flying drive shot, it doesn't be affected by that so much. Yeah, so there is way higher possibility that he might make. So whenever it comes to corner shots, you should definitely corner kicks. You should definitely, if you have Natureza, have him shoot directly from there, and you have really high chance of making it. Yeah, seriously, you should try that when you get this. And also, he has a dribble skill. This is a normal dribbling skill, and he also has a tackle skill. This is super strong. You know, right after he comes out, right? In Japan even, right after when he came out, his tackle was able to stop even like some forwards shots that's not that weak, like A or above. So that's because of his stats, how strong his defense is. And when it comes to his tackle, it's like 6,256, and speed is above 6,000. So I showed you the video, I informed you, I explained how to calculate the actual figures, right? You divide speed by 2 and add that on top of tackle to figure out the actual tackle figures. So he has above 9,000. That's super high, and that's even probably higher than Gentile, who is as of today's highest tackler, I think. I don't have him, so I could check him out here. Hold on. Where is he? Where is Okay, here it is. So this is the. See, he has a 6,500 tackle. That's higher than Natureza tackle alone, but his speed is much lower than Natureza. His speed is like 2,000 below. So yeah, he will be Natureza's tackle stats figure would be higher probably than Gentile. Yeah. So I'm sure he is the best tackle player, even though he's an OMF. Yeah. So that's he's not only good at shots, but he's also a strong defender even. Whoops. So this is some events going on in the Japanese version as well. End of year, New Year event, which I don't know will come to you. I'm sure that the same thing won't come because it's totally different. Where we're at. Anyways, so Natureza is super strong. You know that now, right? And Matsuyama, he's also damn strong. But if you look at his figures, right? His offense is 16,000, defense 17,000, a little bit above Natureza, and physical 15,000. If you remember Natureza, it was almost 19,000 offense, 17,000, 17,000, right? It looks like Matsuyama is his figures are way lower than Natureza's, right? It is actually. So that's a little bit disappointing, I thought Dream Fest would be something similar, but it's not, obviously. But what's good about Matsuyama is there's so little DMF characters, right? At the moment, I think there's only Aoi, Kaots, and this Matsuyama that's coming from today, if I upload it right, yeah, on the 31st, according to the leak, of course. And what's good about him is, of course, he has a S rank Eagle tackle, which is super strong. Like, it's gonna be even stronger than Natureza's because his tackle is 6,700 and his speed is 5,000. So if you add that together, maybe Natureza might be better. I don't know. I didn't do that math, so please do for those who are curious. But his tackle is S rank, whereas others, Natureza's was A, right? So yeah, it could be the same thing could be said to Gentile because he has S rank tackle as well. But this is super strong. So after using him for over 6 months, I know he could stop. This tackle could stop some super strong shots. Although tackle doesn't go up against shots, right? It does stop, like passes or shots because it's so strong and his figures are so strong. Yeah. So that's how good he is. He's useful. And he also has Eagle Pass, and Pass is really important in this game. And what's unique about this Pass is, like his shot, if you know his blue agility type Matsuyama, DF Matsuyama that's already in your version, he has Eagle Shot A rank, right? Like the Eagle Shot A rank, or Santana's Golden Eagle Shot. The strength of the Pass doesn't, it's harder for it to decrease even if you pass to a long distance character. Yeah, that's the unique ability that's on this pass. So it's good because for other passes, right, if you try to pass too far away, there is a higher chance of the pass being cut. Whereas this Eagle Shot, you have less chance of that to happen. So that's good. And he also has, yeah, that's about it, I think. No, he also used to have, I took it out, but 1-2 combination skill. But this is unique because normally combination skill like Golden Duo or FO Eiffel, what is it called? The French to Napoleon and Pierre's thing, right? You need both these characters in order for that to be executed, right? But this Matsuyama's combination skill, you only need one Matsuyama. And he will just use anybody in the team, and then Matsuyama could go up. Yeah. So that's what's unique about the skill, so it's very useful. Yeah. So if you could like me here, I have Eagle Shot blended into this Matsuyama. I took it out from the blue one. If you have Eagle Shot, that combination skill will be really useful because he could just directly go up himself alone, and then he could shoot himself. And as I said to you, this Eagle Shot has unique ability as well, where it doesn't decrease as much as the other normal shots, right? Even though when you shoot from far away. So yeah, he's very useful. And what I'm about to say from here is something because I could say this because I've been playing this game for over 6 months. If you look at these two characters, right? It looks like Natureza is way stronger, right? And as a fact, he is way stronger. But because of the position OMF and DMF for Matsuyama, DMF is really there's not so many characters in the game, especially for the global version. Whereas OMF, there's so many characters, and there's gonna be more characters to come that's really strong in OMF position. And because Natureza's raid mission is there's not so many, there's not many new skills that you could add on top of what he already has. So there's only one at the moment in Japanese version, which is C rank dribble. Okay, but he already has A rank dribble. So if you maximize the C, it'll go above, and the stamina that takes that you need in order for you to use it is much lower. So it's good if it's efficient, so it's useful. But you would rather want something different than 2 dribbles, right? So when it comes to variety of skills, look at Matsuyama. He has so many. And because Matsuyama, there's so many Matsuyamas from that you could get from transfer, that's SR or below, you could use those too. And you could so here, Eagle Tackle is the main skill he has, and Eagle Pass he also has from the beginning, and he used to have the combination skill, which I changed to this dribble, which is A rank 80 level I could do, because it came out as an event character. It should come out to you someday in the future. It won't come out to you, I think, soon, because if if they let you do A rank 80 level, then it's gonna be too strong for your version at the moment. So it's gonna come to you sometime in the future, but it will. And he also has this should come to you pretty near the future. This B rank cut skill, which is a raid SSR raid event. So anybody could get it basically, right? If it becomes maximized, if you maximize this B rank skill, it'll be 205, which is super strong, right? And there's this Eagle Shot, which you can get from the agility type SSR Matsuyama, Defender Matsuyama, right? And there's also some other tackle, or there's Eagle Tackle A as well, and there's Feint Tackle B from the SR characters, and there's also this dribble from, I think it was, no, I forgot what it was, but you could get another skill from R rank transfer limited character Matsuyama. Yeah, so there's so many items there, skills for Matsuyama that you could customize him however you want, and he will be so useful because you will be able to because he's a defender, right? And DMF, he is a defensive character, but he's not defender, he's DMF, which means defensive midfielder, right? So he will be needing running around mid-court, which means he'll be needing both defensive and offensive skills, right? And he has all that. He has a tackle, of course, cut, and pass to forward characters or other OMFs, and so that means when he gets the ball from the opponent, he could do both dribble and pass, right? And even shoot himself. Well, and if you then lose the combination skill, like unlike me, then you could do a combination to go up himself as well. So he's really, very useful, although his parameter is way lower than Natureza. Natureza is way strong, so I would say he's a super star character. And for your global version, although his skills aren't that many, you'll be able to use him as a starting lineup for sure. He will be a superstar in your team if you get him. But if you look at him in the long term, don't be depressed even if you get Matsuyama instead of Natureza. He will be super strong. Because he's DMF. DMF is a rare position, first of all. And so even after 6 months, he is my starting lineup for both my main and sub account. Yeah, basically. So definitely Matsuyama is a really good character, and so don't be depressed if you get Matsuyama instead of Natureza. They're both super strong. So if you're doing like a reroll until you get either this character, you might want to, you might think of re-rolling after getting Matsuyama because you want Natureza, because Natureza looks like a better character. Hold up. Because if I were you, I would stop at Matsuyama, because Matsuyama is really strong and useful. Very. And I would say, at the moment, after 6 months in the Japanese version, I see more Matsuyama users than Natureza, for sure. Because as I said previously, although Natureza himself is a really strong character, because he lacks, skills, variety of skills, and because he's OMF, and OMF, there's so many characters that's coming up in the future, you might want to replace him to someone else, because there will be some other OMFs like Tsubasa, Misaki, New Pierre, Levin, or Revan, I don't know, the Swedish guy, and so many characters who's unique, strong, and has variety of skills that, yeah, unfortunately, you might want to change, according to what you get in the future. There is a possibility that you might take out Matsuyama, whereas, Natureza, whereas Matsuyama, because DMF is a unique position, it's harder for you to switch, because there's not so many DMFs coming up in the near future. There will be, like Shoshunko, the Chinese one, or like Fest Cults. He's gonna be super strong if you get him, and or Dream Collection, Tachibana Brothers. Those are gonna be strong, but like Tachibana Brothers, you need at least both the twin in order for him to do the skill, activate the skill. So yeah, it's too hard. And if you think of all that, I think Matsuyama will still be super strong after 6 months in Japan. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. That's why I took this video today, because the very first Dream Fest is finally coming to the global version, and I'm probably gonna do some gacha on my global version as well. So if I have enough time, I'll try to upload that video as well. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. So I hope this video helped. Yeah, so maybe in the next video I'll show you actually using these two characters online. Okay, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my video. I'll be doing many videos around Captain Tsubasa. So that, yes, sorry, I messed up. Anyways, so stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.